Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome. MysterySchooler here. Just chilling with the fam. Gonna do another presentation real quick. How are you all today? Wow, yesterday was so fun. It was nice actually having a crowd to speak to. It's a little weird think tanking by yourself. Talk about echo chamber, right? Anyways, thanks for coming, everybody. I appreciate you. Today we're covering types of goblins. I know on surface level it seems like it might not be such a deep topic like for its own video, but I was surprised how many different types of goblins or whatever you want to call them, little demon humanoids worldwide reported and written about. All right, we got Jeremy Bird in the house. Welcome, brother. Jeremy Bird says, "Sup, guys? Much love, all." Hey, right back at you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, pretty sure this image is taken from Lord of the Rings or Hobbit. One of those. I'm pretty sure Lord of the Rings. I think that's Merry and Pippin, the hobbits. So they're in the middle. They get captured at one point. Spoiler alert. That's fiction, obviously, but that's debatable. You guys ever hear that stuff that Tolkien was a Mason? And his outlet to tell the truth as best he could was to write it in fiction? I don't know. What do you guys think? I always thought that was interesting. Caucasian Sasquatch in the house. What's up, brother? Thanks for being here, man. Caucasian Sasquatch says, "I have goblin theories." Oh, ooh. Uh-oh. Yeah, goblins are interesting. I mean, like, because sometimes they're like demons, like they're like spiritual, they can transform, and sometimes they're like little humanoids, like they can't transform. They're just like little people, you know, and they get classified as the same thing. It's like obviously very different. We're gonna get all into that in this presentation, guys. This is a long one. I was surprised. I think 20-something slides, this one. So strap in, everybody. Get some popcorn. All right, we got Rolly R in the house. Rolly R says, "Good day, all." It is a great day. Thanks for being here. God bless you. Caucasian Sasquatch says, "Did you watch the Neanderthal video I suggested?" No, sorry, brother. No, I didn't check it out yet. Right after that live stream, I had to rush to get my kid from school, and by the time I got back, I'd forgotten about it. But yeah, sounds interesting. Well, it's a cryptid video or something? Sighting? Jeremy Bird says, "Just recently subscribed. I'm stoked to find your channel." Hey, likewise, man. I'm stoked you found us because, like I was saying a minute ago, it's been a little awkward trying to think tank by myself, you know. It's nice to have someone to talk to as you do this. Otherwise, it's like, any questions? And chirp, 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 chirp. Thanks for being here. Now, a goblin is a small, grotesque, monstrous creature that appears in the folklore of multiple European cultures. Actually, more than that, though, if you count Pukuji's as goblins or brownies. Those are also Native American lore, but moving on. First attested in stories from the Middle Ages, they are ascribed conflicting abilities, temperaments, and appearances depending on the story and country of origin, varying from mischievous household spirits to malicious bestial thieves. Yeah, sometimes they're nice too. Sometimes they get grouped in with they get all grouped in together, but there's also a lot of ones that are supposed to be nice, like brownies, I think are supposed to be nice if you're nice to them. If I'm not mistaken, Pukwudgies used to be nice with humans, but I think something happened. I can't remember exactly. It's in this presentation somewhere. They often have magical abilities similar to a fairy or demon, such as the ability to shapeshift. Now, this is an interesting concept, guys, with the shape-shifting little creatures, because this is like a worldwide thing. Like, You remember when we were covering tanukis in my previous videos, and how they're mischievous shapeshifters as well. Caucasian Sasquatch says it's an alternative interpretation of the evidence pertaining to Neanderthal species and their adaptations. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, we need some kind of alternative something going on, because the mainstream narrative is like baloney, in my opinion. Caucasian Sasquatch says, I'm done. Let's talk goblins. Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes I wonder, like, I don't know for sure, obviously, but if there are subterranean realms, right, that Squatch might be wandering from, because that's worrying about too, you know. Are these goblins also coming from these subterranean realms? You know, are these guys like neighbors or something? I don't know. All right, Sheila Loya in the house. Welcome. Glad you made it. Yeah, made it on time. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming. We appreciate you, Sheila. Yeah, I've covered goblins before on this channel, but didn't have any subs, and my internet was such low quality, you really couldn't make out a lot of what I was saying. So I thought I'd just do it again, and I pepped up the presentation too. I kicked it up a notch, you know. Why not? Rolly R says, I remember stories about bridge trolls as a child. Yeah, it's interesting. That stuff's all over children's literature stuff, the trolls and cryptids or whatever. It's kind of crazy how dark the origins of a lot of those nursery rhyme stories are, like Ring Around the Rosie and stuff. It's like, what? Why do we teach that to our kids? Caucasian Sasquatch says, this gets into the unseemly, unseelie, and the Thua di Danan. Oh, that sounds familiar. Okay. Sheila Loya says, dude, I got a video I gotta share with you of a 3 to 4 foot tall black shrouded humanoid that steps out of nowhere from behind a swing set pole like through a portal. It grabs the pole and takes a few steps. Whoa. That sounds interesting, Sheila. Yeah, I think we are dealing with interdimensional kind of phenomenon. That's why some places are so haunted, like sometimes, but then all of a sudden there's like nothing, because like some kind of like portal effect or something going on. I know in those movies, Paranormal Activity, there's like that portal stuff. Not that that's like anything to go off of or anything, but interesting. Yeah, interdimensional for sure. I believe that 100, you know. I don't think much can get through the firmament besides spiritual stuff anyways, you know. So Jeremy Bird says, it's probably described clearly in the hidden scrolls like most myths that actually have historical merit. Yeah, Jeremy Bird, you hit the nail on the head with that one, because I think you're right, man. Those maps of Axis Mundi or whatever it's called, Mount Meru in the center of the Earth or world, whatever you want to call it. There's a whole area that's there to pygmies and stuff, and there's like a yellow brick road, and it looks a lot like the Wizard of Oz map. You guys ever see that before? And also, there, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the pygmy versus stork war myths or legends, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, pygmy people versus these storks, these birds that were just tormenting them. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Robert Sepher does a video on that. I think he used to have, his channel used to be called Atlantean Gardens, but definitely check out Robert Sepher if you guys haven't yet. He does really good work. All right, we got Starry's Lost and Found in the chat. Welcome. Thanks, Starry. Thanks for coming. Glad to have you. Tell everybody at AAP chat I said hi. Sheila Loya says, oh, I love the pygmy storks versus pygmies. Yeah, me too. It's really interesting stuff. Yeah, the what's interesting about the storks versus pygmy war is that apparently the pygmies lost. I don't know why I'm laughing about that, but yeah, the pygmies were allegedly driven into like tribal status or something. They had to live underground, and it's interesting that we find underground dwellings with pygmy-sized villages and stuff underground in North America. Look into that if you guys are interested sometime. I'll probably do a video on that. All right, we got Angelic Zombie in the house. What up, buddy? Great to have you, Angelic Zombie. We're just getting into the into the goblins right now. Similar creatures include brownies, dwarfs, duendes, gnomes, imps, leprechauns, and kobolds. The leprechaun. One of my favorites is the leprechaun in the hood. You guys ever see that one? But it is also commonly used as a blanket term for all small fey creatures. The term is sometimes expanded to include goblin-like creatures of other cultures, such as the Pukuji, Dokekabi, or Ifrit. So there it is right there, guys. Goblin's kind of a blanket term, but it's usually a little humanoid. And that's pretty much the only affiliation with the two, because sometimes it's a shape-shifting spirit of some kind. Other times it's a physical being, like just a little person or something, like a really little person. So little distinction there. I don't know. There's a lot of different kinds. We're going to cover them in this presentation. Don't worry. Thanks, Angelic Zombie. Yeah. Oh yeah, the leprechaun in the hood. I think they unload a clip on him at one point, and he just laughs at him, right? Like, oh, laddie, shoot me as much as you want, lad. I haven't seen it in a really long time, so don't expect me to actually quote it or anything. But yeah, it's hilarious. I also like that one where they're in space. Leprechaun's in space. He's everywhere, dude. Yeah, what do you guys think? I think these things are like possibly from I know I think this about just about everything, but possibly from a subterranean realm. I mean, what is hell supposed to be, right? Like below us, okay. And what's supposed to live down there? Like demons, okay. And what do they look like? Like goblins, okay. And where do they say goblins come from? Underground, okay. Like, is this adding up for anybody, or am I tripping, or what? You guys tell me. Yeah, I like zombies too. Angelic Zombie. Uh, the concept of zombie is interesting to me because it's like this thing that just wants to eat just senselessly. It reminds me of the Wendigo and the Chinu. I don't know if you saw the video I did recently, The Legend of the Girl Chinu. It sounds very zombie-ish. Angelic Zombie says, "Have you ever watched The Walking Dead?" Yeah, I watched the first season. I started to lose interest. There's like a guy, he had a village or something, and he had his daughter tied up or something. I'm like, all right, I had enough of this. But yeah, it was pretty cool though. I liked it. It was pretty gross when they rubbed themselves with with all the guts and stuff so they could try to blend in to get out of the city. Ugh. Yeah, I'll never forget that scene. Angelic Zombie, you like The Last of Us? I didn't play the second one, but I love the first one. Sheila Loya says, the Bridgewater Triangle has lots of Pukuji accounts. Yeah, we're going to get into Pukuji in a little bit here. Yeah, it's in there. It's in Algonquin lore or whatever. Algonquin. I'm new to the Native American mythology, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, the Pukwudgies are like, they're powerful. They're little tiny people, but they have like poison arrows and stuff like that. And they kill like some of the heroes. Yeah, we're going to get into that. It's interesting. Angelic for Zombies says, I'd be getting high on 420. I won't be on YouTube that day, bro. Oh, okay. That's cool, Angelic Zombie. Yeah, I like to smoke too, man. That's it for me, though. All right, everybody. Angelic Zombie is taking the day off. Okay, noted. Yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. We got 7 watching live. All right. Really appreciate all of you. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget for me. I really appreciate it. Now, if you want to see, if you want some works where you can read about goblins or goblin-like stories, I compiled a list right here. We got the Goblin Pony from the Grey Fairy book. It's a French fairy tale. We got the Benevolent Goblin from Gesta Romanorum from England. We got the Goblins Turned to Stone. It's a Dutch fairy tale. Well, that's interesting. Goblins Turned to Stone. That kind of reminds me of The Hobbit, huh? Oh, we got King Gob, Moldovan gypsy folktale. Goblins are also featured in the Danish fairy tales The Elf Mound, The Goblin and the Grocer, and The Goblin and the Woman. Like, guys, a lot of these stories, when you read them, the reason I'm not just covering them right now is because they're just like, a lot of them are little short stories, and it's just like, you know, the goblin being a troll or something, knocking over milk and stuff. We're going to get into some of them a little bit here, but yeah, they're kind of like weird little nursery tales, a lot of them, but it's interesting how much of this is bled into the culture or whatever. It's like, what were they seeing? Because, you know, don't forget, people put altars out to these little entities. They used to put an altar out, you know, and nowadays we're like, oh, it's just a fun little thing that you can do, you know, but I wonder if the tradition comes from any kind of real thing where people are really putting an altar out because there were really little people around, and if you're nice to them, they'll take care of your home, and if you're not, they'll trash it or something, right? Interesting. I mean, maybe our ancestors are doing it for a reason, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. That's a hobgoblin on the right. Like how he's got one shoe on. I bet a real hobgoblin get offended by that. Be like, what? We're not stupid. What the hell? Up next, we got the Pukuji. Now, these guys freak me out, guys. It's like a little porcupine thing. So you like can't grab it or anything. Like jumping all over you, right? Because you're just getting a handful of needles. They wield poison. They shoot arrows. You scare a whole bunch of those little things in trees all above you shooting down on you poison. Maybe that's how they got a hold of Gulliver, huh? In his travels, huh? A Pukuji is a little man of the woods that vanishes. It's a human-like creature found in Delaware and Wampanoag folklore, sometimes said to be 2 to 3 feet tall. So, wow, 2 to 3 feet tall. Okay, so as far as little these creatures, goblins and stuff go, they're actually pretty tall. Yeah, so you definitely don't want to encounter much of these guys. Pretty sure they could also wield magic. Oh yeah, here we go, yeah. According to legend, Pukwudgies can appear and disappear at will. They can shapeshift, of which the most common form is a creature that looks like a porcupine from the back and a half troll, half human from the front, and walks upright. They lure people to their deaths using magic, launch poison arrows, and create fire. Okay, so these things, it's not just some little tribal thing, humanoid that knows how to use weapons. It wields magic and everything. These things would be formidable, right? And they are in the lore and legend as well. On the right, guys, we got the Pukwudgie coin. What do you think about that? Caucasian Sasquatch says, I thought Gulliver got drunk on small casks of wine he found. Oh, I'm sure he did. I was just saying that, you know, if the Pukwudgies wanted to take down a giant, I think they could, you know, if they know how to use poison and things like that. You know, I've actually never read the Gulliver travels or stories or any of that. Looks interesting, though. You think I would have, right? How into giants and stuff I am, but... Should I read it, Caucasian Sasquatch, or should I just watch the movie? Is the movie any good? Jeremy Bird says, do you think these creatures could have been genetically modified by an advanced civilization? I think something like that is possible, but no, me personally, I don't think so. I think that the life takes many forms, and like the mainstream narrative is just kind of gives us half a truth about evolution or whatever you want to call it, and preformationism and things like that. Like, yeah, I think things are natural, but what's interesting about that question, Jeremy, is like, is a curse considered genetically modifying? I mean, I guess, because I think in the lore these things are cursed, and I do believe curses could possibly exist or have a way of existing. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's an interesting point, though. Yeah, I don't know. Like, why would an advanced civilization want to make little goblin people, though? Like, what do you think, man? You guys ever hear the theory, like, the worldwide amnesia theory? Like, something happens to the fields of the earth or something like that, and somehow we lose our memories in the process. Sometimes I wonder if that happened, and, like, we've got all these different races, like, just gone savage all of a sudden. And that's why sometimes cynocephaly, you know, Dogman is, like, super sophisticated and, like, poetic and stuff, like a person, and then in other accounts are just eating people like straight up dog style, you know, dog man style. It's like, what the hell? What happened, right? Caucasian Sasquatch says, I have a plan in case of giants. Oh, okay, perfect. What is it, your pistol again? That's your plan for everything, Caucasian Sasquatch. Well, red hair, 6 fingers and toes, double rows of teeth, all genetically recessive traits. Interesting. Yeah, the double rows of teeth thing. I think I have a relative on my in-law that has something like that. Interesting. Caucasian Sasquatch says that's inbreeding, not genetic manipulation. Yeah, I don't know. How is that not genetic manipulation? Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's interesting. I don't think these things are. I guess what I'm saying is a lot of these myths and lores, whatever. If these things did exist, I think they're more natural. You know, if they're just these things were just around, right? Sheila Loya says, can't comment much, but I'm here. We appreciate you, Sheila. Thank you. It's my boyfriend's birthday, and I'm making the most complicated and confusing cake I could find. Oh, there you go. Will you bake him a Rubik's Cube or something? Caucasian Sasquatch says, the hills have eyes effect. Oh, like, you're talking about, like, radiation? Yeah, that's interesting. Genetic defect thing, and how the defects could keep, like, getting worse or whatever if it keeps the same genetic situations occur or whatever, and eventually just turns into its whole new thing. Yeah, that's interesting stuff. Yeah, I like science and stuff like that, man. Like, I don't like how when you get into this field about mythology and stuff, it's always you know, it's got to be spiritual belief, and it's got to be like a religious thing, or it's got to be like, no, man, I think you can be scientific and still like this stuff, you know. Sheila Loya says, LOL, it's ridiculous. She's talking about the cake she's making. You should have just gone something cheap at the store. Caucasian Sasquatch says it's a jiggly cosmic cake. Jeremy Bird says, right, I don't believe in evolution either, as we're told. Yeah, I mean, neither, man. I mean, I believe things evolve, like, but I don't know about this 100 billion years that then the fish has lungs, and then this monkey found a bone and this one did it, and now there's humans, and there's still monkeys and apes, and yeah, it's just the whole thing. And if you read the Origins of Species Part 2, you'll understand why you can't worship the Origins of Species Part 1. But I don't even get into that conversation with people unless they've read both, which is, like, most of the time not the case. So, you know, yeah, it's interesting though. Jeremy Bird says, I believe giants existed, and maybe folklore creatures could have existed alongside them, possibly. Yeah, me too, Jeremy Bird. You know, I think the mainstream narrative kind of, you know how like the best lies are the ones that are closest to the truth. I think that's what the mainstream kind of does a lot. So they'll tell you truths, but it's also like, oh yeah, everything was bigger back then, but oh, there was no people though. No. It's like, oh, okay, right? You see what I mean? Powerful lie, right? Isabella Live 2.0 says, yeah. Welcome, Isabella. We've Live 2.0. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. Caucasian Sasquatch says, I'm a proponent of sea gypsies theory. Okay. I'm not familiar with that. Isabella Live 2.0 says, this is the best news show. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That really makes me feel good. Thanks, buddy. Encouraged a lot. To be honest, guys, so my Island of California video got taken down for copyright for posting a 400-year-old map. I got pretty discouraged. Like, you know, if I can't post a 400-year-old map, I give up, right? But I just went the opposite direction, went hard positive, you know, and just posted like crazy. Sheila Loya says, I know, right? I'm broke right now, so I had to make it up to him somehow. He loves chocolate, so it's like triple chocolate cake with chocolate mousse filling and chocolate ganache top. Sounds good. Sheila Loya says, I believe all this shit's real in one way or another. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one, Sheila. I really do. Like I don't read anything like, oh, this is the word of God, like right away, straight up, just 100% believe everything I read, object, you know, like an idiot. But I agree with you. I think there is truth to a lot of these tales, and I mean, what the hell, right? Were our ancestors on something or what? What's going on? All over the world, the same shit. Like, what the hell, guys? Sorry, Lost and Found is here in the house. Thank you, Starry, for being here. Now, Native Americans believe that Pukwudgies were once friendly to humans, but then turned against them and are best left alone. They could still be out there in the woods, guys. I wouldn't be surprised. According to lore, a person who annoyed a Pukwudgie would be subject to nasty tricks by it or subject to being followed by the Pukwudgie, who could cause trouble for them. You know, it makes me really wonder sometimes when you're deep in the woods and you feel eyes on you, and you know nobody's out there, but you feel eyes on you. Sometimes I wonder, there's a little Pukwudgie up there staring down at you somewhere. I mean, think of how well that little thing would blend in, right? Gosh, it's hard to see a deer in the woods, you know? It's freaking a huge thing jumping around everywhere, right? Can you imagine one of these little things, how well they would blend in on a branch or something? And what the hell, what are you looking for it, right? It's definitely going to catch you by surprise. Unless you're me, I guess, and you're on the lookout for Pukwudgies, but I don't think anyone else is doing that. So, yeah, you're going to catch 99.9% of everybody off guard. They're known to kidnap people, push them off cliffs, okay, goddamn, attack their victim with short knives and spears, and to use sand to blind their victims. Okay, so Pukwudgies fight dirty, guys, so don't turn your back on Pukwudgie. They'll throw sand in your eyes, all kinds of shit. Sheila Loya says, yeah, I really love your channel. Oh, thanks, Sheila. You guys are the best, man. I don't know where I found all you guys. I really appreciate it. Very obscure topics and very comfortable homie vibe. Thanks. That's what I was going for. Yeah. I feel like the most important thing when trying to do YouTube is picking a topic, and so many people skip that part. And that's why you have what I was talking about yesterday. They just look in the camera and talk about that they had a jelly donut for breakfast or whatever, and that's it. And that's like the climax of the freaking presentation. But I don't know how the hell you're supposed to keep any viewers that way. But meanwhile, they have thousands of subs. I don't know. I'll never figure it out. But I'm just going to keep doing my best to be interesting and give you guys a good show, you know? Really appreciate you, Sheila. Isabella Live 2.0 says, the little people among the natives are highly real. I live with Ojibwa. Yeah, the Hopi, I believe it is, or pretty sure it's the Hopi. I might be mixing up tribes, but some tribe, when they came to the Appalachians and the states, there were already the green-eyed people, I believe it's called, or the moon-eyed people, something like that, and they were supposed to be pygmies too. And yeah, this is all this area, you know. Sheila Loya says very tricksterish. Yeah. I think the ones that are spirits are like the same as like the ones we see around the world, the trickster spirits. Like how many things are depicted as trickster spirits, right? It's like hundreds of names of beings around the world that are depicted as trickster spirits. I'm thinking we're seeing the same thing. It's just what form it's choosing to take when it trolls you, basically, right? It's interesting stuff. Oh, Stupid says Trump 2024 breaking news. There were some major arrests made. Okay, cool. Keep me updated, Stu. Yeah, we got the Hillary emails, huh? Okay. Jeremy Bird says, I found you through the chat on a flat FE channel. I forgot which one. Maybe Mellow. Oh, yeah, probably Mellow Dome. Yeah, I love Mellow Dome. It's a great show. I don't get to catch it often because they start early, but it's a great channel. Yeah, probably Jeremy Bird. Sheila Loya says, the Moon-Eyed People. I love this topic. Yeah, the Moon-Eyed People are. There's a lot of writings about them. They couldn't work in the daylight because the pigmentation in their eye or whatever, or not their eye. Well, maybe I don't know, because their eyes were so sensitive to light, they had to work in the midday, and they would go underground during the day, most of the day. I think that's the story. Yeah. This next one's pretty interesting, guys. That's the name of the guy I was trying to think of earlier. Mouse Shop. Pukwudgies are said to be the enemies of culture heroes Maushop and Granny Squanet. One story from Wampanoag folklore explains that they began causing mischief and tormenting the natives out of jealousy of the devotion and affection the natives had for Maushop, who eventually exiled them to different parts of North America. Okay, so there it is, guy. The Pukwudgies are mad at humans because Maushop exiled them to different parts of North America. But I would say that he probably did it for a good reason, you know. The Pukwudgies have since been hostile to humans and took revenge by killing Maushop's 5 sons. Some variations even suggest that they killed Maushop himself. You see what I mean, guys? These things are savage, man. These things will take you off. They wanted to back in the day. I don't know. They rolled hard. The Pukwudgies rolled hard. Sheila Loya says the green-eyed people would grow their crops under the high moon. Oh, okay, yeah, I think that's what I was looking for. Thank you. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm glad you said the growing under the moon. That's an interesting concept. I'm new to it, but apparently there's a whole form of botany where you can grow in the moonlight. Outside. You want shorts? Hey, yes, like I did find you, brother. Yeah. MysterySchooler, you don't sub to MysterySchooler. MysterySchooler subs to you. Oh, Rolly R says YouTube had your channel session page. Oh, that's really good to hear. I was starting to wonder if I was shadow banned or something, but I think everyone thinks that when they first start, but it's just a little harder to get off the ground. Plus, I'm really bad at networking. I don't do anything except I know that's like the worst thing possible, but I really need a Facebook or something. I just hate that crap to be 100 with you guys. Hey, thanks for being patient with us, folks. A little technical difficulty there. His name's Elijah. We love him. Here we got the common house brownie. And this is what I was talking about with they could be friendly too, you know. House brownies are usually written about as being friendly. These are more European and less North American. The American little people like brownies and things like that are pretty savage, as you guys have seen so far. But these brownies are chill. They'll even clean for you. If you take care of them, they'll help take care of you, you know. I'll bet it'd be great. I mean, they could probably get to all those hard to reach places. Unmute it real quick. Caucasian Sasquatch says, I like hearth fairies and hearth gnomes. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a little bit into hearth fairies and hearth gnomes. Yeah, it's interesting the hearth aspect with them because that's like fire, you know, and we also have fire elementals that people talk about. And I wonder if the fire elementals are in fact the same as the hearth fairies and the hearth gnomes that gets adapted into this stuff later. You get what I'm saying? Kind of reminds me of that movie, Howl's Moving Castle, Calcifer. Pretty sure he's a hearth. I think he's supposed to be a demon or something, but he's definitely some kind of hearth something because he's, you know, literally a fireplace. Sheila Loya's gonna email me a video. It's mind blowing. All right, cool. I'm excited. Thanks for being patient, everybody. We got 8 people watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. Up next, we got the Trosgo. Trosgo. This is Scandinavian, I'm pretty sure. The Trosgo Transno, or Trasgu, is a mythological creature present in tradition of several cultures of what is now northern Spain. Oh, never mind. Especially in Galician, Asturian, and Cantabrian traditional culture. It is also found in legends of North Portugal. There are similar creatures in the mythologies of other European cultures, such as the gnome, sylph, and kobold. The Enlightened Mank. Hey, welcome, man. Sorry I didn't see you there. If we are the little people of the giants, they must be little people compared to us, normal-sized people. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So that's why I thought it'd be interesting to do this video after the Giants video. To show that not only are giants possible, but hey, little people can be possible too. Shoot, they write about them all the time. Oh, Rolly R is in Ontario. Oh, okay. Yeah, my wife's Canadian. My wife's from BC. Nah, Stu, you're good, bro. We appreciate you, man. Don't let stupid confuse you guys. His username confuse you. I just call him Stu. He likes to be called stupid, but he's actually pretty smart. It's a trick. He's like one of those buff guys at the gym named Tiny. You know what I mean? He's not tiny at all. Yeah. It's the same with stupid over here. Keep an eye on him. The Trosgu is shared with mythologies of Celtic origin, like Galatias. It is a domestic goblin with a mischievous and nervous character. It is often represented as a tiny man who limps with his right leg. Ooh, cryptic. He has dark skin, wears red clothes, and a pointy red hat. He sounds scary. I'd be scared of him. He has a hole in his left hand. Ooh, yikes. I hate that. He's described at times as having horns, tail, sheep ears, and long legs, and wearing a long black and gray cloak. At other times, he is described as small, with long, thin legs, and wearing a tight, dark brown dress. I'll bet it was a robe, but someone's like, it's a dress. It's like a dress. It's probably wearing a robe. It's like a wizard or something. Isabella Live 2.0 says, there was a 14-foot man found in a temple in Egypt, fully with food still in stomach. Yeah, when I see stuff like that, man, it makes me think, what's the deal with the mummies, you know? Like, they left the food in his stomach during this elaborate mummification process, and they left the freaking food in his stomach? Like, what the hell? You guys missed the spot, right? Like, is the mummification process that you described to us as accurate as, you know? Because you're right. What the hell is he doing with all the food in his stomach? I thought they take all that stuff out during the mummification process, right? The hell kind of tomb is this? They tell us these things are tombs, you know. I don't buy for a second. Maybe they're tombs because the people died in them, but I don't think they're tombs like burial tombs like they tell us over there. But that's a whole other video. Sheila Loya says, "Oh God, the red caps." Yep, we're gonna get into the red caps too in this presentation. How's everyone today? We got 7 watching. All right. Hit the like button, guys. I appreciate all of you. Yeah. Getting into it, we got Goblins. We got the TRASGU. Got Brownies. You guys remember that movie Willow? There's brownies in that movie. They're good guys. They help Willow in that one. Oh, no way. We got a special guest in the house. Zulu 1, ladies and gentlemen. Zulu 1 is in the house. Welcome, brother. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you. I've been keeping up with your channel, man. I saw you knocking out those push-ups, bro. Good job. I can only do like 20 to maybe 30 if I push it in a row without stopping, but that's good for me. But you know, there's those freaks out there. They do hundreds in a row. It's like, good God, man. That's cool though. Yeah, good job, bro. Losing weight. It's hard to lose weight. I'm about 220 now, but I was like 260 like a few years ago. That was really hard to get off. Anyways, welcome, brother.
You want to eat?
Choose.
Here, let's eat your food.
Choose. Mommy, choose.
Max, are you hungry?
Mommy, choose.
Not right now. I'm not. No.
Hey, thanks, Zulu One. We appreciate you, man. Sheila Loya, you're a very advanced student because I have a slide coming up right now about the REDCAP since it goes into detail about exactly what you're describing. Good job. Shoot, you should be teaching. What's going on here? I can tell a lot of you guys study a lot on other channels and stuff. Appreciate you. Sheila Loya says she downloaded a book that was amazing. All about historical ways of prepping corpses. Ooh. It talked about marbleization as a real thing. Marbleization. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. You know, I don't know if you guys know about Saint Germain, but allegedly Saint Germain's anatomy was more similar to a crystal. People say, and that's how he was able to live for so long. Not that I can verify any of that, but it's interesting. Holy smoke, Zulu One! I didn't realize how much you lost, man. Okay, that's an enormous amount of weight. You lost a person, bro. Congratulations, man. Yeah, I lost 30 pounds. I'm like freaking acting like Rocky and shit. Like, congrats, bro. That's no small feat. Zulu One says so many lies around us. I know, bro. Like, that's why it's so hard for me to find a YouTuber I even want to watch these days, because it's like, has he broken his indoctrination or not? Oh, well, it's like, no matter how smart you are, if you're still indoctrinated, how interesting are you, huh? Did to Trosgo. And also small pranks like changing the location of objects. Is that why the remote keeps going missing? I knew it, dude. I knew it. I knew I put the remote next to the couch, but that Trosgo put it in the cushion below the couch. Out of control. He enters homes at night when the inhabitants are asleep. If he is in a bad mood, he breaks kitchen vessels. No, not the vessels. He spooks cattle, stirs chests of clothes. No, not that. And spills water. Trosgo, now you've done crossed the line. These activities do not cause material damage. Oh, all right. Because the inhabitants find everything as they left it. Interesting. So he messes up your stuff, but like puts it back? Or I don't get it. That was a weird one. That's a weird sentence. Okay. On the other hand, when he is treated well, Trosgo does house chores during the night. Oh, okay. So you guys were rude to Trosgo. That's why he done freaking messed up the vessels. That's why I spooked all the cattle, because you guys were a douche to Trosgo. That's why if you're nice to Trosgo, he'll do the chores for you. See? Zulu One says, dude, 30 pounds is a lot. Yeah, I know. It felt like a lot. It didn't come off overnight, that's for sure. That sounds like a fun game, Zulu One. Yeah, there's a Mario Party game. It's like the same exact thing. Whoa, no way. That's interesting, Sheila. Okay. Sheila Loya says, that's weird. We clearly heard a glass break downstairs once, and when we checked, there was nothing. Wow. What is that even all about, though? Is it like his powers and like make you think something's broken kind of thing? You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting. Like these demons, like if they're like little demons, they like feed off your emotions. It's like they want to scare you, and like just doing that is enough, right? Yeah. Oh, Zulu One says he's gonna do a cartwheel this summer. Hey, it sounds silly, man, but just try to do one, right? It's no small feat. It's like a pull-up, right? Like, oh, it's just a pull-up. If you can do a pull-up, you're doing pretty good, in my opinion. You can pull up your own weight, you're doing good. So, Sheila Loya says that the Trosgo, they're attention whores. Maybe she's right. I mean, that's what this is all about. I knew it. Promiscuous little goblins. Now, it's difficult to get rid of Trosgo. If the house inhabitants decide to move to a new house, he follows them. Oh, damn, he's like a roommate you can't get rid of, right? In a tale, the inhabitants of a house abandon it because of the Trosgo. On their way to the new house, the woman asks her husband, "Have we left anything?" And the Trosgo following them says, "You've left the lamp, but I'm carrying it." No. Trosgo, come on, man. You don't pay rent. You freaking, you scare the cattle? The fuck, bro? You're not coming to the new place. Now, in order to expel a Trosgo, it is necessary to request of him an impossible task. Okay, you got to trick him. See, this whole bit right here, it's silly and it sounds fun, but it really does remind me of something demonic, like the whole tricking them into destroying themselves kind of thing. It's a very demonic-esque kind of theme. Just throwing that out there. In order to expel a Trosgo, it is necessary to request of him an impossible task. Because he thinks himself capable of doing everything, he accepts the challenge. In his stubbornness, he will try until he becomes exhausted. When he fails to accomplish the task, his pride is hurt. He leaves and does not return. So it's like you gotta like make him embarrassed enough to want to leave. Like he's like, I don't even want to be here anymore. I don't know. Whole thing sounds very demonic to me. But again, some of them are good, so I don't know. It makes me wonder, like, is demon really just another species, you know? Or is demon like a wild spirit? Is it both? What happens when that wild spirit incarnates into a vessel or body or whatever you want to call it? Is, you know? Is that what these things are? So many questions. Yeah, these are depictions of fairies, but these also get grouped in with under goblin category, actually. Zulu One said, I did pull-ups 5, no problem, freaked me out. On my birthday this year, I'm 55, never did one before. Hey, yeah, you made progress, bro. I'm telling you. I don't think I can do one. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty strong, but I'm just too big to, 220 something I weigh, so that's a pretty hard pull. Maybe if I try it again, it's been a while. Yeah, congrats, man. Oh, you're 55? Okay, cool. Man, I want to go to the Flatoberfest next time. Are they doing it again this year? It's too bad I'm in Nevada. It's so far away. Oh my god. I don't want to complain, but good god. Sheila Loya says, leave a calendar on your door. They'll stay all night counting the holes and never make their way in. Oh, a colander. I'm sorry. A colander. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I get it. Huh, okay. Daemon. Yeah, that's interesting, Sheila Loya. The etymology of demon is like genius. I believe it's genius or smarter than you or something like that. Something along those lines. A deity, a genius. No, that's it. I'm sorry. It's a genius deity. Yeah. Don't miss it, guys. Zulu One's letting us know. I don't like to hate on people that disagree with me or anything. I always say I have the geocentric cosmology. And usually if they understand what that means, they're on my side anyway, so whatever. I think it's interesting, man. Well, I'm a Christian, and the Bible's got flat all covered, right? So the firmament. Interesting stuff. Thanks for being here, Zulu. Why don't you rock, man? Sheila Loya says, yeah, it's like a muse. Yeah, you guys ever hear those legends? They're like fairies, fairy circles, right? And like if you dance in the fairy circle, you'll be lost for like a really long time, like way longer than like it feels like you're gone for minutes, or you're gone for like months or even years. I gotta cover that story. Zulu One says, you rock, all of you. Thanks, brother. Sheila Loya says, there's a really good book on daemons. You guys ever see that movie, The Golden Compass? The Golden Compass, The Golden Compass has so many truth reveals in it. I'm going to have to do a whole other video on that because it's nuts. I don't know if you guys seen The Golden Compass. Definitely check it out. There's so many truth bombs in that one. Big time. I mean, just flat out. The little cut. Yeah. Well, we got 7 watching. Thanks for being here, everybody. That's good for me. It's so nice to have a crowd. It's hard to think tank by yourself. Huh? Up next, we got Hobbs. It's a household spirit, typically appearing in folklore, once considered helpful, but since the spread of Christianity has often been considered mischievous. Imagine that. Shakespeare identifies the character of Puck in A Midsummer's Night's Dream as a hobgoblin. See, I never knew that. Did you guys know that? In this Shakespeare play, one of these characters is a hobgoblin. That's so interesting. Like, I didn't know that Shakespeare's plays took place in mythological places, right? Like, can you think of one other mythological fairy or anything like that in Shakespeare stuff? It's always, to me, like a drama or like a play, right? Why the hell is there a hobgoblin? Unless there really were hobgoblins around. See? Isabella Live 2.0 says, yes, the fairies carry you away. The golden compass and my darkened words or whatever. Yeah. In the golden compass, there's those little monsters that come after you too, and they're like mechanical. Remember like the mechanical, I guess, assassin, but it was like little, like a bug. It reminds me of Dune, that floating needle thing that's after you. Remember, you guys ever see that movie Dune? Great movie. I love it anyways. The old one. I haven't seen the new one. The new one looks cool too, though. I just heard it's not like the best, but whatever. I expected that. Zulu One says, hey, my channel is watched by more than 4 people worldwide. It's funny. Yeah, make sure you guys check out Karen B's website. Make sure you guys all check out Zulu One's website. The Enlightened Mank says, bro, if needed, a Tartarian Telegram channel called Teen at Me Tartarian English Group. Telegram channel? What's that? What? Telegram? What's that? Like, I know what Telegram is, but Tartarian Telegram, that's just the name of the channel, right? That's cool. Thanks, Enlightened Mank. You guys ready for the next? Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I hope you're enjoying the Goblins presentation. We're going to continue with the Hobgoblins. They seem to be small, hairy little men who, like their close relatives, the Brownies, are often found within human dwellings. doing odd jobs around the house. So this is a recurring theme that they're doing jobs around the house while the family is asleep. Oh, okay. Reminds me of The Borrowers. You guys ever see the movie The Borrowers? Or Arietti, rather? Such chores are typically small tasks like dusting and ironing. Often the only compensation necessary in return for these is food. So, you know, it almost makes you wonder, like, I almost want to call them pests in the sense that, like, you don't invite them to live. They're, like, in your house, right? Like, you know, like a cockroach or something. But you can establish a relationship with them because they're sentient, you know? So it's like a sentient pest, but, you know, not a pest if it helps you. It's, I don't know. Interesting, right? Oh, Telegram is a phone app. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, what do you guys think? It'd be nice if you can have someone helping around the house, huh? Losing your walls. Kind of creepy though, right? Like, what, I don't know. I think I'd rather do my own chores. Isabella Live 2.0 says, yes, the borrowers, like the littles. Remember, we are. Oh, yeah, the littles. Yeah, I think that's true, man. We're like the hobbits in the story. And like real man or whatever is like some higher being than us or something. Sometimes I wonder about that. Like, are we like hybrids of man? We think we're like full blown humans or we're like something else. You know? That's like the big deception. Just thinking. While brownies are more peaceful creatures, hobgoblins are more fond of practical jokes. They also seem to be able to shapeshift, as seen in one of Puck's monologues in A Midsummer Night's Dream. Like other fae folk, oh, there you go, guys, fae folk. Someone was talking about that in the chat earlier. Hobgoblins are easily annoyed. They can be mischievous, frightening, and even dangerous. Okay, so hobgoblins, you don't want to mess with them. No, like you don't want to make them mad. So unless you plan on being friends with them in your house, you definitely want them out or whatever. Sheila Loya says, like a spider, right? I know. Like, I don't want to be disrespectful to them, but they're almost like little bugs, right? Like how they just live in your house without permission. Creepy as fuck, but they'll eat the mosquitoes and other pests. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's interesting. We're all creeped out by the spider, right? Spiders definitely freak me out, but in reality, they're the ones that eat all the things you don't want around. They're actually pretty cool. Yeah, it's interesting. I like that. Isabella Life 2.0 says the movie Troll. Yeah, I've never seen it. It's always recommended though to me. I'll probably check it out. Zulu One says 109th Avenue Oceanfront Bar and Grill, Myrtle Beach, Saturday the 30th. There's a meetup going on, guys. Flatties. All you flatties out there, check it out. Isabella Live 2.0 says, I keep the spiders. I always have. I let the biggest one grow in every group. Oh, okay. Oh, you actually keep spiders. All right. You got more balls than me, man. They creep me out way too much to keep them around. Zulu One says, it's crazy. I don't like spiders, but can handle snakes. Yeah, I'll hold a snake. I'll hold a snake, but I don't know about wild one, man. They're scary. I've encountered a few wild ones when I used to live in Texas for a few years. Especially those water snakes. Those water snakes freak me out. But yeah, I got you, bro. I'd definitely rather hold a snake than a spider most of the time. Thank you, sir.
Colin, watch your TV.
Yeah, this is a fan artwork for the movie The Borrowers. It looks much different though, but it's really good. I really like this image. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Arietti, You should definitely watch that movie. It's pretty sure it's Studio Ghibli. Is there any Studio Ghibli? Yeah, Studio Ghibli. Mm-hmm. Pretty much everything Studio Ghibli. If you guys aren't if you like watching cartoons like I do, yeah, Studio Ghibli is good. Cartoons that aren't stupid, you know. Zulu One says Brian S. Stavely, Dose of Reality is hosting. Oh, cool. Yeah. Sorry when I said hi over there. I mean, that's usually where I hang out, guys, when I'm not live. Over there. Sheila Loya says, oh, no shit. I know him well through Facebook, anyways. He's in Massachusetts, too, I believe. Okay, thanks. Oh, yeah, Brian. Mm-hmm. Brian's cool. You want to learn about the Mandela effect or anything like that? Like, Brian's definitely the guy to go to. Don't mess around, though. He's, like, super serious about it. That's cool, though. I get serious about my stuff, too, so nothing but respect for you guys. Isabella Live 2.0 says, at Zulu One, I just wanted to say how much I love everyone and appreciate the platform to discuss this. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah. Sheila Loya says, I'm telling you, check out the Guardians. Orb-carrying Sasquatch that travel through portals. Whoa, okay. Yeah. Is that a new one? What's the Guardians? Is that a Disney or something? Here's some famous hobgoblins in history. We got Billy Blind. Before we get into this, I'm just going to say, this reminds me of, you guys remember the Tanuki video we did? How they're shapeshifters as well. And some of those shapeshifters were so notorious that people named them, you know, they became renowned. European and Native American lore. I believe these two are European. We got Billy Blind. It's a clever hobgoblin or brownie found in several ballads collected by F.J. Child. Billy Blind helps humans in dramatic situations by offering valuable information and advice. Again, sounds very demonic to me, but he could just be a helpful little guy, right? We got Blue Birches, a shape-shifting hobgoblin who played harmless pranks in the home of a shoemaker. Oh, that's weird. Someone was talking about cobblers earlier. I think it was Isabella was talking about cobbler earlier. Look, harmless pranks in the home of a shoemaker. And his family on the Blackdown Hills in Somerset. His usual form was that of an old man wearing baggy blue breeches, but he also took the form of a white horse. What the hell? You see what I mean, guys? A black pig and a wisp of blue smoke. Okay, of course. The family took his presence in good stride, but some clergymen learned of his existence and banished him from the house. You see, guys, that's what I'm talking about. Like that last line, like getting banished from the house by a clergyman. This sounds kind of demonic, kind of super demonic. But they'll do the laundry. No. Up next, we got Robin Roundcap. Robin Roundcap haunted Spaldingham Hall in Spaldington. He was a hearth spirit. Oh, here we go. Caucasian Sasquatch. I don't know if you're still in the chat, bro. Here's the hearth spirit you're talking about. Here's one of them. Robin Roundcap is a hearth spirit of the true hobgoblin type. He helped thresh the corn. Oh, cool. And performed other domestic chores. Thanks, Robin. But when he was in the mood for mischief, he would mix the wheat and chaff again. Fuck. Not that. He would kick over the milk pail. No. And extinguish the fire. Robin. Wow, dude. And he pretty much ruined everything of those last three. Come on. He is said to have been confined in a well for a stipulated number of years through the prayers of 3 clergymen. Again, he's banished by demons. This is well known as Robin Roundcap's Well. Oh, okay, so I guess this is a real place. Robin Roundcap's Well. Okay, good to know. Sheila Loya says, trickster, see? Yep. I think you're right. I mean, if they're not demonic, like if they were if these examples, right, they were physical beings. If you're a physical being, I don't think a clergyman could just banish you. You're banished by words and things like that, and presences like the presence of the Lord or whatever you'll call it. You're a spirit, right? You're not physical, right? I wish I could just banish people away, but I can't. So there must be a spirit of some kind, right? Interesting. Yeah, they're tricksters, though. That's for sure. Isabella Live 2.0 says, if I let out, will he grant me a wish? Yeah. I don't know, man. You think he's good for the wish, though? Or he's going to be like, no, just let me go. It's cool. That's what sucks about these things. It's like, they don't really have a symbiotic relationship with you. They're like a really douchey roommate, right? They're like a really bad roommate that knocks over the milk and stuff when they're mad, It's terrible. I hate it when my roommates do that. What would you wish for, Isabella? My answer is usually like, I'd wish for money, but it's like, no, man. In reality, I just want to be left alone. So the money is like just a means of being left alone. So man, it should wish to be left alone by society, right? Up next, we got the REDCAP. Now, the REDCAP, or POWRIE, Sheila was talking about these earlier, is a type of malevolent, murderous goblin found in border folklore. He is said to inhabit ruined castles along the Anglo-Scottish border, especially those that were the scenes of tyranny or wicked deeds, and is known for soaking his cap in the blood of his victims. Ooh. Yeah, so here's the REDCAP. He's an infamous...
Yes.
POWRIE. Okay. He is also known as Red Comb and Bloody Cap. Yeah, you definitely don't want to run into this one. But I thought it was interesting that he haunts castles specifically that have suffered lots of tyranny. Maybe he's like, maybe some disheartened citizens, some victims of tyranny. Maybe he's a curse. Maybe you can curse somebody with a red cap, huh? If it's like a spirit, right? It says here it's just a goblin, murderous goblin, but a lot of these goblins have just been described as spirits, and I'm pretty sure REDCAP can be banished through, I don't know what you'd call it, Christian, Abrahamic religious stuff, I don't know. REDCAP is depicted as a short, thick-set old elf with long, prominent teeth, skinny fingers, armed with talons like eagles, large eyes of a fiery red color, bristly hair streaming down his shoulders, iron boots, a pike staff in his left hand, and a red cap on his head. When travelers take refuge in his lair, he flings huge stones at them, and if he kills them, he soaks his cap in their blood. Wow, okay. Giving it a crimson hue. He is unaffected by human strength. You see, guys? He's unaffected by human strength, so how physical could he possibly be, right? But can be driven away by words of scripture or by the brandishing of a crucifix, which cause him to utter a dismal yell and vanish in flames, leaving behind a large tooth. Yeah, and that large tooth thing is also kobolds also disappear. Hey, Shari's in the house. Welcome, Shari. Shari says, hi ho. Hi ho. It's off to work we go. Yeah, and Disney. How much occult stuff is in Disney, huh? I mean, this is the end of the presentation, but you guys want to talk about stuff? Yeah, Disney's got all kinds of occult stuff in it, you know. One of my favorites is all the hidden stuff in Pinocchio. Like, I watched that movie a ton of times when I was a kid, and there's no way I would have put any of that stuff together, but they're look into the occult breakdown of Pinocchio, and there's a lot of stuff, man. Like the island of Misdeeds, whatever it's called, the mischievous place with all the lost boys or whatever. How that's like Earth or something like that. Like, you get sent down here if you want to learn those lessons and stuff like that. It's deep. Also, Disney World is like a map of the whole world or something like that, and like what's actually beyond South America and stuff like that, like outside the ice ring, whatever you want to call it, outside of the territories we're allowed to explore, right? Whatever you want to call it. We got Sheila Loya saying so much Disney. Yep. And so much in Disney movies. It's crazy watching them with new eyes. Yeah, I know. We got Disney Plus recently. We're just going through all the old ones. I've just been like sweating, trying not to talk my wife's ear off about, look, this is actually this. Look, this is actually this. Look, this is actually this. She's like, oh my God, shut up and watch the movie. Like, Moana had a ton of stuff in it. Yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. It's the end of the presentation. We've been live for almost an hour and a half now. I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for being here, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. I'm not sure what the next topic's going to be. I haven't made anything. It took me a lot to get these two presentations out in a row. What topics would you guys like to see me cover? Any recommendations? Any suggestions? Let me know. I was thinking of doing like Enoch.
Just have it. Have the last one.
Oh yeah, Isabella Alive 2.0 says the Black Cauldron hides nothing. Yeah, oh, I love the Black Cauldron, man. I actually read the book when I was a kid. Yeah, the Black Cauldron hides nothing. Pinocchio good. The map is also a woman's body, reproductive organs, the ear, Epcot, the inner ear, culture. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Thank you. Yeah, it's a body as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it was. Another good channel, check out this kind of stuff, is Andreas Xerxes. Yeah, I was thinking about doing like Book of Enoch, or you know what's a really good one is Testament of Solomon, but not part 1. I don't like part 1. It's kind of weird. There's like a demon that sucks on people's thumbs and stuff. I like part 2. The Testament of Solomon, part 2, there's Azazel, the king of demons, and he gives us some insight from realms that we can't access, and it's pretty interesting. Yeah, like Azazel, the king of demons, he was worried about sinning and things like that, and he was doing kind deeds and stuff. And when he was asked, he was a prisoner, and they asked him like why, and he was like, because I want to be rewarded in the afterlife. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, if a king of demons is worried about sin and afterlife, like, what the hell should we really be fucking worried, right? Like, he knows something. I don't know. Interesting. I didn't expect a demon lord to be worried about sinning, right? Peace out, everybody. God bless. Thanks for watching. I'll be live soon. Probably not tomorrow because I have no content, unless I stay up all night trying to make something for you real quick. So maybe tomorrow. But regardless, I'll put a notification up. So make sure you hit that bell icon on my channel so you can get all the updates when I go live. Hit that like button. Thanks, everybody. God bless.